Okay, and welcome back once again
Hello.
to This Could Be a Podcast. As you can see, no guest this week. Last week we had Corey. I guess, we just recorded, so last week indeed it would be Corey when you're watching this or listening to this, wherever you found us. It's just me and Jen, and today we are doing Would You Rather?
Yeah, different scenarios. It might be funny to have a bit of banter.
A bit of banter in between.
First one. Would you rather have a rewind button or a pause button on your life?
Oh, man.
I'd rather have a rewind button 100%.
That's a tough one. I think rewind is better, right?
I think the question is, if you would pause, would you be able to move, or are you frozen? Everything else is frozen except for you?
Okay, I'm assuming that by the pause and by the rewind, you pause and rewind. Okay, I guess with the rewind, it would move you back in time as well. But with the pause, everything else pauses around you, and you can do whatever you want.
You know what I do with a rewind
That's
button?
what I would assume.
I totally go back to when I had energy. I feel like I saw a post actually online that was there's a point where you're just always going to be a bit tired. As you get older. I can't remember the last time I woke up and was I'm 100% awake.
I feel like I've already hit that point, bro. I feel like I've already hit that point.
Yeah, me too. We're 21. I'm just perpetually
That's not a good
tired,
sign. I literally am. Okay.
I don't drink
it's
coffee.
questionable.
So.
Well, okay. It's with the pause, rewind is just better. Mm-hmm. Right? It's just better. There's so many. Okay.
You could relive some awesome moment.
Hold up. If you rewind, do you keep your knowledge of the future? Or do you just rewind? Completely rewind your memory, your mind, everything.
Maybe that's what deja vu is.
Oh, do you reckon?
It's rewinding from the future, and then we're I've been here before. It's because, you have. How sick would that be?
But then, wouldn't you experience finding the rewind button?
Well, eventually, but we could be 80 and have found it.
You could be 95 years old.
Exactly. That's a sick theory.
Yo.
I'm going to write a book about that.
Yeah, I see what you're saying. I'm hold up. Wait a minute.
Wait a minute. Better not grow up with some nugget in it. Very fitting. We have a cat in the studio today.
Yes, we have a cat in the studio today. He is up to no good. He might even appear on the table at some point. It's entirely possible, but we hope he just chills out and vibes.
Oh, would you rather lose your vision or your hearing?
Oh, bro.
I'd rather lose my hearing.
Hearing, yeah.
Reading, your sound.
There's sign language. You can see, you can read people's lips.
Lips.
I was gonna say mouths.
Mouths.
You can read my mouth.
I like your mouth.
There's lip reading. There's painting that you can still enjoy. You can still enjoy the beautiful sights of the world. Okay, you can't enjoy music anymore, but even then you can still feel vibrations at the very least, right?
Yeah, you know
the very
what?
least.
I've heard enough.
Yeah, you're done.
I'm bored.
You're just done.
That's fine. I can listen to music through vibrations too.
I feel there's a lot more to see in the world than there is to hear, and I think
for sure. Yeah.
I think seeing something in person, hearing something in person.
Also, you can totally live on your own and be deaf.
Very functional as a deaf person. It's a lot harder if you're blind. A lot of people still do it, but it is absolutely more difficult. I agree.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think I'd rather be deaf. But the thing is, okay, but this is from the perspective of people who are abled in terms of hearing, right, and seeing, for the most part. Okay, you're kind of blind, but you can still function.
Eyesight.
You're still on a functional side. You're still functional for the most part if
I have contacts.
If you have contacts, my point, if you have contacts.
Otherwise, I'm useless. I'm what is that?
Yeah.
I don't know. Oh, it's a cat. A kitty.
A kitty.
Yeah, a kitty.
But no. I think for me, if you're deaf, if you're blind, I understand that your other senses become a lot stronger. Or is that a myth? Is that bullshit or what?
Well, do you think people Well, I guess if you're born like deaf, you wouldn't know.
Yeah, if you're born deaf, you wouldn't know.
I feel like you'd learn to rely on your senses a lot more, and you'd be better with touch. Like, you'd be like, oh, I can tell.
Touch especially, I guess.
Yeah,
right?
because that's how you would rely on things if you were blind.
Yeah, if you're born blind, yeah.
Touch. But
Touch.
actually, most people...
And hearing as well, right? Like,
yeah. Most people who are blind are not fully blind. Like, they usually have some, like...
Also with
they
hearing.
can see shade and light.
Yeah,
most
also
of the
with
time.
hearing. Yeah.
Yeah.
I think from my perspective, I think being deaf is easier. But
yeah.
For sure, I mean...
For sure.
Must
Because
be.
you can still drive yourself.
Mm.
Well, can you drive? Because if the police were coming, like, sirens, like, you won't be able to hear it.
Actually, would you get, like, a vibration? No, wait, what? If the police are coming, how, what?
Like, if they, like...
Yeah. Yeah, no.
I mean, I guess you'd see the flashing lights, too.
It's a good point. Yeah. Yeah. Who knows, actually.
I'm sure you can.
Good point.
Would you rather explore space or the ocean?
Space.
100%.
Is that even a question?
I mean...
Who? Okay. If you were to pose this question, like the ocean is big, but space is endless. You could explore an ocean on an alien planet, assuming you could explore space.
Yeah.
Right? Like assuming you had ability to do so, like beyond our current technology. Like, I feel like this is a pretty obvious answer, right? Like, space.
Yeah, but also like, yeah. I mean, it'd be cool to like see fish and stuff. But I'm actually like afraid of the ocean. It freaks me out.
But you're not afraid of space.
Well,
you've never been
I haven't
there, right?
been, so
I haven't visited recently, so I'm not
actually,
sure.
My opinions might have changed.
I haven't visited space recently. I don't know.
Space is super scary. There's no light, dude. It's just nothingness.
Yeah, but
and it just keeps going.
It is.
Like, at least with the ocean, like, you can follow like rocks and like
but it depends on how deep you go in the ocean. But if you're like human life,
I mean, if you're gonna go, you better go deep, you know.
better
like,
go.
You're not just gonna go snorkeling.
You better go deep. You're gonna
Imagine
go.
You just
go deep.
go snorkeling. You're like, wow, incredible.
Wow, I gave up space travel for this. Orphan. Orphies.
My brother went to Spain. Like during like Corona time or whatever, like very recently, and he was like, yeah, we pay for snorkeling, but like they can't give us the mouthpiece because of Corona. So, and I was like, okay, so you just went swimming with goggles on, and he was like, well yeah, but
you're not serious.
No, genuinely.
And they made them pay that.
Yeah.
Was this Corey?
Yeah.
Corey, you got ripped off, my friend.
You're a moron.
You got absolutely ripped off. Are you serious? They charged you for that.
Yeah.
Wow.
Have you been snorkeling?
Yeah, even recently.
Oh, in Greece.
Yeah, in Greece. Nicole and I went to Greece, and we went snorkeling. But we didn't rent snorkels because they didn't rent it anyway. We just bought cheap ones.
Yeah.
For like $9 or something like that each. So
I remember I went snorkeling in Hawaii with my cheer team back in the day.
It sounds like so American.
It's so American.
I went cheering in.
It was a cheer competition in Honolulu.
Of course it was.
It was great. It was awesome. Highly recommend. But so I couldn't get used to like putting my head underwater and being able to breathe. Like what the fuck? It freaked me out. I couldn't do it. It was like I'd automatically hold my breath.
When I was younger, I used to do diving, like actual like scuba diving.
Yeah.
But the thing is that I have a problem. Like I can't equalize pressure in my head properly for some reason. I don't know. It's like a sinus thing or whatever. So like I would go down and my ears would be like. Like really like painful. So I would have to abort mission. So
that sucks.
Yeah.
And you paid for that? That was
all right.
Thank you.
That's an oof. That is a major oof right there. Yeah, I did pay for it. Oh, I did. My mom did.
When you're old, would you rather die before or after your spouse? I'd rather die before. See ya. Smell you later, dude.
After. What if I hate my spouse?
Then leave them.
Dude. Okay, if you're really old you don't leave your spouse at that stage. It's more effort to leave
I know
your spouse.
people who do. My ex's grandparents, I think, they got like divorced like a few years ago, and they're like in their 70s, 80s.
Wow.
Yeah. I mean, it's like you might as well if you get to that age. I guess it happens,
but it's just like, the thing is, you're playing a risky game, because if you're really old, like, you know, you've only got a couple of years left, you're playing the danger game. You're
but
like,
you
well,
could
fuck,
also
what if I die
at
alone?
any time.
You could die at any time. I mean, we could die recording this.
Oh fuck!
Oh
How?
shit!
How?
Where's it coming from?
How would I die right now?
Car crash. Like, goes straight through the window, impales us both with like a nearby street pole or something, and we're dead.
I hope Nicole saves that footage.
The building collapses and it falls on us.
You need to teach Nicole how to upload it, just in case.
Yeah, just in case.
So be sick.
Nicole, you have to post this shit. Well, you know what they say, right? Like posthumous, like stuff is always like worth more, or like more famous. Like, look at Van Gogh, right? Van Gogh.
Yeah.
He's like he only really became famous after he died.
Yeah, that sucks.
But I mean, also like Mac Miller and stuff like that, and even like recently, like, I didn't know who the fuck Mac Miller was until he died.
You didn't?
Not a fucking clue.
I did.
Not a fucking clue. I had no idea who he was.
I'm pretty sure I mostly knew him because of
Fred.
He dated Ariana Grande.
Oh, did he?
No, the person who I associate Fred with, Fred is like one of our friends who has like long curly hair.
Okay, on free. Yeah. 1, 2, 3, Post Malone.
Yeah. Well, for Halloween one year, I redrew his tattoos on him, and they look like uncanny. It's so funny.
Yeah, shout out to Fred. Yeah.
What a man. He's so cool.
Yeah.
I miss him. He moved to Amsterdam.
Yeah, he did.
Oh well. Oh, I didn't mean like, oh well. Like,
oh well,
oh,
bye.
That's sad.
Oh well. He's gone.
Oh.
Bye, Fred. Hit us up with another question. Another would you rather. Oh, this is a good question. Okay. Would you rather be 4'5" or 7'7"?
4'5".
7'7".
Why?
For sure.
Why?
I think that's a boy-girl thing.
Maybe.
I think if you were to ask the majority of guys, they would say 7'7".
Yeah, but if you were, was it 4'7"?
Yeah, but look,
you're just a midget.
4'5".
4'5" still. You're just a midget.
Yeah, and if you're 7'7", you're a giant.
Yeah, you'd be pretty sick at basketball.
But dude, between me being 7'7" and 4'5", there's a bigger distance for me personally between going down to 4'5".
Really? Oh yeah, because it is you personally.
Well, yeah. For you, no. For you, it's literally a foot below.
I don't think people would notice if I suddenly shrunk.
You would have to gain 2.5 feet.
I'd lose.
Yeah, at like around 6'1", 6'2".
No, that's if I'm going up. Yeah.
Yeah, like 6'2". I would have to gain 1.5 feet. I think roughly.
That's fine.
Yeah, it's okay.
I feel like...
But if I have to go down, I have to lose like almost 2 feet.
It's the same for me the opposite way.
Exactly. So maybe is it a boy-girl thing then? Or is it a short person versus tall person thing?
I also think like tall people, like showering is like annoying because what's it called? The shower head is usually too low anyway. To
clarify, we've already had some drinks, so the brain cells are diminishing by the moment.
I made like a fun little shower hand gesture too.
just to
really drive the point home.
Really demonstrate your point.
And like beds when they're not long enough. My 6'4" brother complains about this stuff all the time, and like I've never had an issue where something's too tall. Even at
6'2", I've had these problems before sometimes as well. It does happen. But
also if you're short, just get like stilts or like a stepping ladder.
Stilts.
Like walk around.
But
like,
I feel like as a guy, there's like a pressure to be tall. I feel like. I mean, like perhaps not a pressure to be tall, but like a kind of an unspoken thing where
that's so
most
true.
Guys would rather be taller than shorter.
It's so funny when guys on like Tinder or something are like showing off their height, but they don't want to be like oh, by the way, I'm like 6'1", they're like, I'm 6'1" also, if that matters. And they like tried to play it off, and it's like, no, you're just trying to be like, I'm 6'1", whatever.
I think it really is like a guy thing.
Yeah.
But it could, again, also be a tall versus short thing. If you're already short.
I know a lot of tall women who are like, I hate being tall, I want to be shorter.
I mean, I think it depends. Yeah, I think it depends. I think it's dependent. It reminds me of this thing I watched the other day. I don't know for those of you in the audience who have watched Tall Girl.
Oh, have you watched it?
It's on Netflix.
He's like, you think your life is hard? I wear size 13 Nikes.
And I'm 6'1", and it's like because like you're expecting to be like, oh, you're like 6'10" or whatever. No, I'm 6'1". It's like, what? That's not even that tall.
For a woman, it is.
For a woman, it's tall for a woman. Don't get me wrong, but I mean, if you look at the people in the movie, they picked only like actors who are like 5'4". They're all like below her boob. They're like these tiny people, all of them. It's like, what's more interesting, that you have a 6'1" like woman in a school, or that the entire school is below like 5'5"?
Hi, welcome to America. Everyone is like 5'5".
Okay, I must say, I did find it fascinating when I went to America, because like here in the Netherlands, right, I'm like maybe just a little bit above average. Like I'm not like a giant or anything, but like in Malaysia, I'm a giant, and like. And I went to go visit the US. I went to New York. Great place. But I was shocked by how small everyone is. Like it was so weird. Like I went there, and it's
gravity
just like,
works harder there.
I just don't get it. Like it was such a distinct difference that like I was almost always half a head or a head taller than everyone else around. It was the weirdest thing.
I mean, I kind of have the opposite. Strange. Like I was so normal in Canada and America. Yeah, like I was very average. Imagine that. And now coming here, everyone's way taller than I am.
Oh man, it really tripped me out, actually. I was like, what the fuck? These people are so tiny. Like, what on earth? It's
I mean,
so
coming
weird.
Here, it's like, everyone's so tall. Like, dude, just shrink a little.
And
people are like, oh my god, you're so small. Actually, I remember I went on a date with someone. They were like, wow, you're way shorter than I thought you would be. And I'm like, thank you? Like, what did you expect? Like, do I look tall in photographs?
So you would rather be smaller?
Yeah.
The thing is, okay, so that would mean basically, I believe the cutoff for being legally a midget.
It's like 4'7".
I think it's 4'5". Was it 4'7"?
I thought. I mean, I could be wrong. I might just be pulling that number out of. I'm
pulling 4'5" out of my ass. I mean, absolutely, that's bullshit. But it's complete nonsense.
We're just pulling these numbers out of our asses.
Just pulling it out.
I got a 5'1", 4'3".
What is this? Is this a song, or is it just like a made up thing?
I thought it was funny. It's not. Oh my god. The alcohol. I'm hungover, so this is hitting me. And I'm drinking Radlers, like they're 2%.
Yeah, that's how but then again, to be fair, you've already had, this is your fourth now, right? Mm-hmm. You're chopping through a 6-pack. Yeah, in my defense, this is 11%. This is my fourth glass, I think. Yeah, we'll be fourth glass by now.
I don't even think I've seen you pour. Anyway, we should probably get back to the questions.
What a fucking detour.
How many glasses have you had? I've had 3. Oh wow, I've had 4. Would you rather have your flight delayed by 8 hours or lose your luggage? I've had both of these things happen to me.
Oh, it's a question of long-term problems versus short-term problems. That's what you're dealing with.
Yeah.
Here. The thing is, my natural instinct, believe it or not, is to go for the lost luggage. That's what occurs to me instantly, out of instant gratification. Because it's like, the thing is, if your flight is delayed 8 hours, I'm imagining worst case scenario. I'm assuming worst case scenario.
Yeah.
If my flight is delayed 8 hours, I'm assuming I'm miserable, I'm sick and tired. One time, Nicole and I had our flight delayed by like 3 hours, and that was honestly some of the worst moments in my life. It was so bad.
Yeah.
I was so sick. I was in the middle of China. I had no idea what there was no internet, nothing. I was just dying in an airport.
The airport.
No, I can't. I didn't have a Chinese visa. We were just using it to go to Malaysia. At that time, I didn't have a Chinese visa.
Oh, right. Yeah,
I couldn't leave. I was just stuck there. And like, nothing was open. So we're just sitting there in this airport. I'm sick as fuck. I'm like, not happy. And like, I remember at some point I was so like sick and tired. There was this toothpick in my
What? Where are you going?
I'm getting there. I'm getting there.
A single toothpick. Did you just spit out your drink? Oh no! This is why you don't record 2 episodes.
This is why. This is the. This was a mistake. No, but there was this toothpick. I had this backpack. Okay. Broken backpacks now. Is that important to know? I don't think so. But I had this backpack, and you know how like in a backpack you have those like little pockets on the side for like water bottles or whatever, right? You know what I'm talking about. For some reason, there was a toothpick in there. We were on this like bus at the airport. I don't know what the fuck we were doing. I think we were going to a different
like a shuttle.
Yeah, it was like a shuttle bus. We were going to like a different terminal, and I was sitting on this thing. And I was like, oh, I'm so fucking done with this. And I went like that. And I stabbed the toothpick into my elbow. And it was stuck in my elbow.
Oh my god.
And like I didn't bleed somehow, but it was so painful. I felt it for like the next week. It was so painful. And like Nicole can remember it. I was just like, oh my god. It was the worst thing
I just
ever.
picture
It
you
was
throwing
so
a tantrum. You're like,
I was just like, I'm so fucking done with this. And like, fuck my arm. And I like a fucking toothpick stabs me in my arm.
Little toothpick man.
Toothpick man.
There was this toothpick.
But it was actually so fucking bad. It was honestly terrible.
I've lost my luggage. I was coming
how
back
did that go?
I was coming back from California to Amsterdam because I was coming home from Christmas. And so in my suitcase I had a ton of stuff because I was there for like 3 or 4 weeks. So I was there a while, so I had a bunch of clothes. And I'm the type of person, I'm like, I can just like throw anything and everything in because it doesn't matter. Like, I'll just wash it. Like, I just take all my underwear and I just throw it in because I'm like, well, at least I have it then, you know?
Yeah.
And efficiency. And then so we get to Amsterdam. It's a long day because we had to stop off in Heathrow.
Okay.
And then we were going to Amsterdam. And they were like, yeah, your bags will go straight through. And I was like, interesting. I got like a weird gut feeling, but I didn't really think anything of it. And then we land.
Like the is this gonna work out feeling kind of?
Exactly.
Yeah, I know what you mean. Yeah.
So then we land and it's like 3 a.m. and I'm like, oh, okay, I've just got to get my luggage, get on a train, and then I'll be home. And so we're like waiting there. My brother's with me, and his luggage comes out fine.
Okay.
I'm like,
that's
waiting
a good sign. You're like,
for
okay,
like
that's okay.
An hour and a half for it. It doesn't come out. So I go to the office and I'm like, yeah, my suitcase hasn't come out. And then they're like, okay, what color is it? What model is it? Like, do you know the model of your suitcase? I don't know that off the top of my head. The only reason I knew is because Corey had the same model. So I was like, well, I guess it's that then. And it's black.
We came back from Greece and
I got it back a month later, by the way.
A month later.
Was it? So I had all my underwear in there. I had presents, like I had like my makeup. I had my toothbrush in there.
Where did it go? What happened?
It was stuck in London.
Oh, it was just there.
It was just stuck in Heathrow.
We were just vibing in London.
It was just chilling. And then I got it back and like shit had been open and moved.
Oh.
I was like, how dare you? But I was ringing like every day being like, give me my suitcase.
So Nicole and I, like, I've never actually like lost luggage. That's never happened. I've traveled a decent amount, but I've never actually lost luggage. But what happened last time I traveled, I went with Nicole. We went to Greece. We went to Rhodos, and it was fine on the way there. And we came back. We waited for a while because we only had one suitcase, and it's this little gray suitcase. Jen can actually see it off camera. You guys can't see it, but it's over there.
Great.
And
thank you.
And
I can.
Basically, we saw it come, we picked it up, and it was fine. And looked at the bottom, and I was like, "What the fuck?" The whole bottom, like the bottom right corner, had been broken off.
Oh shit!
And a wheel had gone missing. A wheel had mysteriously gone missing.
Is it like, 4 wheels or 2?
It's 4 wheels. It's 4 wheels.
Right.
So you could still kind of use it, but not really.
Yeah.
And we were like, "What the fuck happened? Like, how did this even happen?" We didn't really. Okay, we did overpack it a tiny bit, like the slightest amount. It wasn't that bad. It was pretty normal still.
Yeah. You should see how they throw them bags into the plane.
They just yeet those motherfuckers, man.
Yeah.
And then this woman walks up to us. She's like, "Yeah, I saw some guy throwing a wheel into the trash. Apparently, it was on the rolling thing." And I was like, that's our wheel.
Oh,
And then we like contacted the airport like baggage management people, like for the company who's supposed to manage the baggage, or was it just
It's usually just like a little kiosk in the airport.
It was just like this woman walked up and I'm like, yeah, you guys damaged our baggage during travel. And she was like, I don't think it was us. And I'm like, well, yeah, I think it was you because the wheel was on the fucking conveyor belt. So I'm 90% sure it was you. It wasn't our fault. It's not like someone unpacking the fucking unpacking the bag. You can be like, oh, here's a wheel. I'll just put it onto the conveyor belt. Maybe that's
Someone
luggage.
Might have checked this.
No, dude, I've checked
Someone's
it.
waiting for their wheel.
No, dude, I'm pretty sure it was you. And yeah, it's still an ongoing process to get to get the suitcase replaced.
Well, how long ago was this?
A month and a half.
Oh, damn.
They're difficult.
They are awful. They'll like ignore you. Like, so after it's missing for a certain amount of time, like your luggage, you have to fill in a form of like what's in it, how much everything's worth, so that they can compensate you if they don't find it. And it took me hours to fill out that form because I don't remember what's in there, and you have to list brands and stuff, and sometimes they ask for receipts, like proof of purchase, so you're not just like, oh, I had a MacBook in there, I had an Xbox, so
I had a 42-inch plasma TV.
I had the keys to my Tesla in there, so
yeah,
you're gonna have to buy me
so I need
Tesla.
a new car. I had the Tesla in there too, just in case you were wondering.
And so it's foldable, you know.
It's foldable, yeah. Transport edition.
It's like a little scooter. It just like pops open. No, it's one of those things where you put it in water and it expands.
Like those like grow. It's like grow a Tesla.
Grow a Tesla, a full-size Tesla.
A full-size drivable Tesla.
Yeah. So I submitted the form, and literally the next day they rang me and were like, "Oh, we found your suitcase." I'm like, "Oh, what a coincidence! You found my suitcase." Just as I say, like how much everything's worth in there, and I got it back like a week later. But it was fun. It was like, because I'd forgotten what was in there because it'd been like over a month. Yeah. And I was like, ooh, presents all over again. Yeah, very nice.
Should we do another question?
Yes. I forgot.
Oh my god, the urgency. Yes. I gotta get to that. I gotta get to the phone.
Gotta get. Would you rather have your first child when you're 18 or 40?
Oh, 18. Oh,
I'd be
hold
40.
up. Second considerations incoming. Oh.
Because 18, you're like, fuck yeah, but then it's like, uni is ruined. That your entire social life is ruined.
It's a lot healthier for the baby if it's born.
For sure.
40 and above. 18.
18.
At 18. It's a lot healthier for the baby if it's born 18.
But 40, it's like you've done everything. Like you're like, right, now to have a kid.
Yeah, now I'm okay. But
it complicates the birth.
That's the thing.
And the child.
Yeah, the whole process is rather complicated.
Also,
it's a tough one, actually. That's a really difficult one. I'm sitting here and I'm kind of struggling. We're like, we were like twinning for a second there.
I know it sounds like I'm going to go ahead and change position.
Like,
great minds think alike.
No, I don't know, actually.
But I know people who like, whose parents had them pretty late. And they're like, yeah, so my parents are going to die in like a few years now. Like, it's
okay,
like
that took a turn.
It's like I'm getting married, and it's like now they're like 80.
My parents are going to die in a few years. Yikes.
I mean, you never know.
I don't know. I like in terms of the baby. It's kind of like, okay, what's more important, like the child's well-being or yours? Like
mine.
I guess.
If so, I'm delivering
it's fair enough. But then wouldn't you also want to be 18? At 40, you're quite old. You're probably more likely to encounter issues.
But also, if you're 18 and then you meet someone, then you're like, oh, I have a baby. That's a deal breaker for some people. It is a deal, as well.
Absolutely.
And then it's like you can't put your everything into that relationship because it's like my child comes first.
Yeah. Oh, that's a complicated question. That's a really complicated question.
Yeah. I mean, I just wouldn't have them.
Yeah, I think it's a more like important question for a woman than for a guy, because I feel like for a guy, a pregnancy is not really that much. Yeah, that's the thing. It's not really that much of much effort for a guy. It's the women who have to really suffer. So it's like, yeah. I mean, for me personally, I think 40. Actually, I think 40 for me personally is a selfish action because it's more likely to fuck up the baby.
Yeah.
And like, but like at 18, like I don't want to be tied down to like a kid, and like, you know, what if I want? There's so much to still like do with my life, you know.
Yeah.
It's like, yeah, it probably is a bit of a selfish answer, I guess, for me personally.
I think either way it would be technically selfish.
Yeah, I guess so.
Because like at 18, you're like selfish in the way that's like, okay,
yeah, you're right.
I want to
actually
live my life.
Yeah, I guess
40,
so.
it's like, okay, but now the child is like could be deformed and stuff. I don't know.
Yeah.
It wouldn't be a great quality of life for them.
It would be a low chance of coming out like and having like
A-okay.
a normal A-okay. Oh no.
Oakley dokley. Imagine you
Coming
deliver
out
a baby
okay.
and the doctor's like, yo, the baby is A-okay.
It came out Oakley dokley.
Ned Flanders is the doctor. Oh god. Oh.
Oh.
Keep forgetting.
Ned Flanders.
Oakley dokley.
Oh gosh. Hi there, neighbor.
Actually, here's one that I'll make up.
All right. Oh, we're winging it.
Fuck these questions.
Impromptu questions.
We're reading them online. That's why.
Yeah. Yeah. For audio listeners, if there's any delays in between,
audience.
I'm saying it again. Audio listeners, our audioants. Yeah, we're finding these questions online.
Up until
we're not that
now.
creative.
We're going
Up until right now.
We're going off books, ladies and gentlemen. That wasn't funny. That's okay. If you could, would you live forever?
Yes.
If someone gave you the option.
100%. Yeah.
I would.
I've considered this a long time. I've considered every
Is this what
angle.
keeps you up at night?
Not anymore. No longer. I've considered this a very long time.
Mm-hmm.
I thought about the advantages, the disadvantages, the consequences. Yes, you will outlive everyone you love. You'll see the end of the universe, etc. But yeah, 100%. I wouldn't even. If someone offered it to me right now, I'd be like, yeah.
I wouldn't.
No.
I don't want it. No. I'm like, it's really hard, like, living.
I think the concept of...
like, because, like, would your body age? Or, like, would you stay
I'm
stuck
assuming
at
you
one...
stay the same age.
Well, I wouldn't take it now. I wouldn't want to be 21 forever.
I would. Without a question in my mind.
I want to be,
I wouldn't think
28.
I literally, if someone offered to me right now and I knew we were dead, I'd be like, yeah, sure, I'm down. Absolutely.
But then, so... You wouldn't age, Nicole would.
Yeah.
And then eventually die.
I've considered this many times. I've considered all of these like eventualities, but I'm like, I think the concept of death terrifies me so much that I'm like, because like the thing is that death.
I think it's quite peaceful.
No,
like once
death
you've lived like
peaceful.
your life, and then you're like.
But the thing is that death is not peaceful or anything. It's just nothing. You will cease to exist. You're not going to be. Okay, I guess.
Do you believe in reincarnation?
This is a theological debate now, I guess.
This is fun.
But no, I don't believe in reincarnation. If you look at it from what I'm assuming is a purely biological standpoint, purely scientific. If reincarnation exists, okay, that's one thing. But the thing is, like, if you look at it from my standpoint, which is that biological, you're gonna die, and then you're just gone. That's it. Yeah. Everything that you've done in your entire life, everything that you wanted to do is over.
But the world went around like without you.
Yeah, no. Like the world will continue just fine. But I'm thinking it perhaps a selfish way of looking at it. But it's like, if there's technology in the next 100 years which allows me to like continue living in like the body of like a robot or something, I'm doing it. If I can afford it, I'm doing it. If I can like somehow make that a possibility.
What is that? What's it called where people like freeze their body?
Like a cryo freeze. Yeah, cryogenic chamber or something like that. Yeah. Bitch, I'm down. Like, if I can extend my life, I will do it. Like, for sure. I mean, I'm drinking alcohol right now, which is probably not a good place. It's not a good place to start. But if I was given, is this a controversial opinion? Maybe. But if I was given the option, 110%, I would go for it for eternal life. I wouldn't. The thing is, I thought about it so much in my head, and I thought about all the like realities of this and like what would happen. Like, yeah, I'd probably be miserable, but still, I would rather do that than die.
That's so sad.
Maybe
You'd
so.
rather just be like miserable,
Maybe so.
no friends, like, All your family's dead.
Yeah.
Everyone you ever loved is
But
gone.
the thing is that way of looking at it, the way I look at it, it's like, if I live forever, I can do everything and anything I've ever wanted to throughout history. If I wanted to somehow rise to, like,
you could do
supremacy
that now.
over the planet for, like, the next 100 years, I could do that. I'm immortal. I can do what I want. If I just want to, like, dedicate...
You'd get killed.
If I wanted to dedicate 100... Okay, am I immortal that I can't be killed, or am I immortal I just don't age?
It's like you don't...
Okay. But then put it this
age.
way. I spend 100 years perfecting a single art. I would be the best in the entire world to have ever lived in that certain art.
What
and
would
I could
you
do that.
choose?
I don't know. Writing, painting. I would literally be matchless.
Do you not think you'd get bored? I feel like you could master something
I
within,
think that
like,
there
10
are
years.
so many things to do in the world that no, you wouldn't be bored. If I wanted to, I could like spend like 100 years living in a random country somewhere else, or I could spend 100 years doing something else. Like, I feel like there's so many things to do.
I think
I could be a fucking astronaut, dude.
I think there's
Time
value
doesn't
in...
matter to me then. Fuck it. Send me on a 5,000 journey to the end of the nebula, or like the end of the universe. I'll do it. I've got nothing better
That's
to
fair,
do.
yeah.
I'll just vibe.
Yeah.
I'm just vibing out here. I'm just
vibing in space.
Like
Chill.
time is would not concern me. So,
But I think,
or
like,
I could
the
just vibe
time
out
on-
and wait for technology to advance, or I could just travel to every like planet in the universe at some point.
Yeah.
I could amass an infinite amount of wealth in that time. I could do whatever I wanted to. If I wanted to have like the first luxury mansion on like, I don't know,
Mars.
planet 5,700 in the galaxy, fuck knows where, I can do that.
I love that planet.
I have the time.
That's my favorite planet.
Yeah.
I think there's the beauty of life is that it's not forever.
Perhaps so.
Like, it's like, do stuff that scares you because you may never get that chance again. Versus, like, if you're oh, I can do that later because I've got all the time in the world.
True,
so
but it's like, one, I think that we are still looking at it that way right now. We wouldn't be like going out and drinking and stuff like that if we really appreciated that we only have one life.
I would.
Okay, wait.
YOLO.
Okay, wait, hold up. I had this the wrong way around. I meant that, like, it's like, in this situation, I can still die. Right?
Yeah, of course.
There
like,
is
you
still
can get
risk.
stabbed,
There
like,
is still
in a car
risk. Can I get
accident.
sick?
No.
Because then I will not live for 1,000,000 years. I will die of sickness at some stage regardless.
The plague. That'd be so annoying if they were like, yes, you now have, like, immortality, but you also have
age.
corona, dude.
You also
Sorry,
got
man.
coronavirus. That shit's real.
Coronavirus.
That
Yeah.
shit's real.
That would be so shit. They're like, well done, you can live forever, except you won't.
I think a better, for me personally, a better question would be something like, you can live forever, but something else is like
you can live
attached to it.
forever, but you don't have feet.
I'll still do it.
Would ya?
Fucking Blade Runner, that shit, dude. I can, I can like get like the like
my
walking
God.
things, dude. Like then I would still do it. If it's something like, yeah, but you are in perpetual pain through every moment of your existence, then okay. Maybe
Surely you
not.
get used to it though. You just take a shitload.
That's
of, like,
also
drugs.
true. That's also true. If I could just take like medication and eventually get, I mean, it depends on how bad it is. Yeah, this is.
It's
My
like-
morals are being questioned in every direction. It's like,
You were like, I've thought about this, and now you're not so sure.
no, I'm not so sure.
Like,
Did I think about this?
You're gonna be like in the shower thinking about it just like for hours, like sitting on the bottom of the shower just crying.
Did I think about this?
I didn't think about this. Yeah, I'd die. I don't want to live forever. I don't want to live forever. Great song, by the way.
Shout out to whoever wrote that song.
Shout out, sponsor us. Thank you.
Yeah, please.
I love
You
that
listening?
that's just like,
Yeah, sponsor. Yeah,
that's like
no?
a running joke at this point. Just like sponsor any
Yeah.
brand or anything
Sponsor,
we mention. Like, thank you, toilet paper. Sponsor us. Thank you.
Toilet paper, my favorite brand, toilet paper. Sponsor us, toilet paper.
Hey, shout out to all you suitcase wheel makers. Sponsor us, please.
Toilet paper, please sponsor me.
Would you rather write a book or like a song?
A book.
What would you write it about? I made that up, by the way.
Oh yeah, I was like, damn, she was just like the casual play
I
stuff.
read very quick.
Well, the thing is that I already write like a lot of fiction in my spare time, and I want to write a book at some point. So it's like, yeah, for me, a book is an obvious option.
I'd want to write a song that's super annoying, like Darude Sandstorm. Sponsor us.
Copyright. Fuck.
Well, it was very bad. I don't think anyone will even know. Like,
it's like copyright strike off of YouTube.
Like, damn it. Or like
copyright strike.
Just something like a really like annoying song.
Why?
I don't know. Be funny, wouldn't it?
What? But you could already do that.
Yeah, it could. But
I'm assuming that these things will be very successful.
It's like that, yeah.
I'm assuming it's a very successful book or a very successful song.
They that's how you're known.
So you would want to be known for that one, like fucking Vanilla Ice. For Ice Ice
Fuck
Baby.
Yeah.
No one gives a fuck about Vanilla Ice, but they do know he wrote Ice Ice Baby
Yeah,
and got
but
sued
that
by
song's
it.
everywhere.
Not anymore.
And he makes so much money.
I guess so.
Because like as soon as someone plays it, it's like
You wouldn't ever be known for like a good song or like
I don't think I could write a good song.
Like somebody, yeah, but my okay.
I want to write a song that everyone would know.
Like Somebody That You Used to Know. That's a good song. That was really the only thing
I killed that song to death when it came out. It was like 2012, and I like played it over and over and over again.
Yeah, me too.
I killed it.
I still listen to it sometimes.
I can't
like, that's
stand
how
listening to that.
It's like these one-hit wonders that are good. Like, it is a good song.
Yeah.
Like, objectively a good song.
Yeah.
So
it's catchy.
So copyright?
Nah, it's not good enough. But also the music video was sick for that. It's
like
people
like
paint their body and
yeah.
it blends into the background.
I'm sure everyone watching this has seen.
I don't know. You never know.
I guess you never know. We have to be inclusive. Yeah, I guess that's true.
Do. What did I? Oh yes, song versus book. Yeah, I remember that.
A book for me personally.
Would you rather be given a lifetime supply of delicious food or good books?
Food. Is this a real question?
Food, yes.
Is this like a legit question? Who would choose books?
I could. I like books. I don't read enough.
You wouldn't choose books.
Why not? Well.
Why not? You mean like the millions over your lifetime? Like, okay, not millions, exaggeration. Thousands over your lifetime that you would save on spending money on food? We had a discussion in the earlier podcast, episode 2, which you hopefully have watched. If not, go watch it. Episode 2, where we discussed how literally once you reach a certain age, you live every life planning what you're going to eat that night. If you didn't have to plan and you could just choose something, you have a limitless supply of good food.
I would get so fat though, because I'd just be like, McDonald's, baby. Or especially McDonald's breakfast. Or pizza.
Yeah, but you said good food. Like
what do you mean?
I assume by good food you mean healthy food. But my point is, if you want to do a healthy...
delicious food.
Okay, if you want to do a healthy lifestyle, then you can choose to have like really healthy good food.
Yeah, but why would you do that if it's free?
Why not?
Because, like...
I mean,
healthy food is expensive.
Yeah, but like the decision making you make when you buy McDonald's, at least here in the Netherlands, it's not here McD is pretty expensive. You don't think about it in terms of, oh, I'm going to get McDonald's because it's cheap. You get McDonald's because you like McDonald's. You don't get healthy food because making healthy food is 1, effort, and 2, rather expensive. If you remove the cost of this and the effort, there's no reason not to eat healthy. Wherein you would order junk food regardless, right? You would just do it because it's easy. You already do that, right? I'm sure.
Yeah, no.
Well, I mean, I do it. It's what everyone. Okay, not everyone, but most people do that already.
Yeah.
If you have infinite access to it, maybe I'm full of shit here.
Do you think you would really be like, yes, all this free delicious food?
No.
Let's get a fucking pepper and eat it.
A pepper.
I don't know. It's supposed to
of all the you're right. It's not,
like
I'm not sitting here like, oh, I'm going to only eat healthy. My point is, the choice to eat healthier is a lot easier than the choice to when it's accessible. The more accessible the choice to eat, like that's why no one fucking does it. Because it's like, fuck, I have to like buy this. It takes me like 30 minutes to prepare the food, and I was like, oh, it's so much effort. Fuck, and then I fucked it up a little bit. It's not that nice. I don't want to eat this shit anymore. I just ordered McD. However, if you can already get perfectly really nice food that is healthy as well, I feel like you would get sick of McD due to being conscious of it yourself and like, fuck, why am I eating all this?
Right.
You know, I could be having this good food for free. Right?
Yeah.
I don't think it's a bad... I mean, okay, I'm not saying that you would only eat healthy food. Of course not. You would, obviously.
Treat yourself.
But I think it's more accessible to eat healthy food in that case than it is to eat junk food. Because right now you would order junk food anyways if you really wanted to eat junk food. But you wouldn't do it with healthy food. You wouldn't go out of your way. And if you would, it would be like a once in a month kind of thing. For me, at least. If I really objectively wanted to like eat really, really healthy.
I mean...
Maybe I'm just lazy. But that's
so
how I see it.
I hate cooking.
Perhaps we're the wrong people to ask about this. But
Maybe, yeah. I think also because I'm hungry right now and I'm craving McDonald's and I'm like,
same. But I'm like, if I had access to like a really lean chicken with like pesto or something like that, like I would actually almost prefer that to McD right now, because I know I'm getting healthy as a
when
result.
You're drinking, no. Surely when you're drinking, you're gonna get something like McDonald's, like KFC. Oh, KFC, man. Woo! I do love chicken.
Sponsor?
Sponsor?
KFC? McD?
Sponsor us,
yeah.
thank you.
Yeah, no? Okay, just me.
Let me give you a sneak peek of what that would look like. Finger looking good. KFC!
Is this a sponsorship? Finger looking good. Order from McD today with code this could be a podcast.
No, finger looking good is KFC's slogan.
That's what I said.
You said McD.
Did I say McD?
Yeah, you did. We've lost that brand deal, haven't we? Well done.
Shit.
Would you rather mentally or physically never age?
Physically?
I'd say mentally. Because Alzheimer's is scary.
Oh, yeah.
And it's really sad. Like, I mean, you're talking
about... mentally. No, you're right. Yeah. I think I'm...
Physically, I don't care.
Yeah,
whatever.
Mentally.
That's life.
Mentally.
Also, I think I'd be tested on if, like...
I feel like you would live a lot longer anyways if you maintained, like, the same...
Oh, for sure. Yeah.
The same mental capacity as right now.
Mm-hmm.
You would definitely live a lot longer by like, extension. So, mentally.
Sure. Yeah.
I was too quick with physically. For sure.
Yeah, you didn't think about it, did ya?
I wasn't mental enough about it. No? Does that make sense? Not really.
Think about it. Would you rather babysit a crying infant for a day or have an unwanted house guest for a week? Oh.
Unwanted. No, sorry. I mean, I would rather have the baby. Put me with the fucking baby. An unwanted house guest for a week.
That's so long.
That's so long. If everything they do fucking annoys you.
It's like, you know, when like you're hanging out with someone, you're like, I just want them to leave. Like, you're just like, I'm kind of done with this. And then they don't. Versus, but like a crying baby all day.
Yeah, but it's one day when you can go home and like fuck off and do what you want for the rest of the week. If you're stuck with someone you don't want to be in your house, you have a fucked up day at work, you come home and... Motherfucker's still here.
Motherfucker's still on my
this
couch.
Asshole's still here. Fuck, man, I'm stuck with this guy. You know what I mean?
Post Malone just chilling on your couch.
I mean, I think that'd be fascinating. I think that'd be pretty fascinating, actually. I
mean, it'd be hilarious until he's like smoking weed every day, and you're just like, please.
And you're just like if you're gonna do that like outside, you know, no, just like the smoke alarm went off like twice yesterday. No, you're just gonna like
3 times in the middle of the night.
No, post. Your fans are outside again. Yeah. No, just let them scream on the window. Yep.
All right, cool. Thank you.
Cool dog. Sure thing, dog.
Yeah.
I would say
I'd rather
baby
have the
for a
unwanted
day.
house guest.
Are you? We just had this whole discussion, and you're going towards the really.
Yeah.
Why?
I hate babies.
Yeah, me too.
I'm
but
afraid.
It's one day.
I'm afraid of holding.
Just
babies.
fucking push through it. Just like it's just one day.
No.
You're 7 days stuck with someone you fucking hate.
That's fine. I don't hate them. It's just an unwanted house guest. Like, they could just be a bit annoying.
But that's so general if they're unwanted. Like, I wouldn't want someone I hate in my house. That's an unwanted house guest. I'm assuming worst case scenario.
Maybe you could, like, make up with them and find things you like
that
about
is
them.
Very, like,
or play video
optimistic.
games. Everyone gets along with people who play, like if they play video games.
Not if they're unwanted. If they're unwanted, they don't like video games. Fuck
what?
you.
They are just like
dude. We're just sitting there. They have beer all over your fucking thing. They're fucking your whole shit up.
Yeah, I mean, no, I'm the same. Because changing, like, looking after a baby is my nightmare.
Okay. I mean, I think this should be left up to debate. If you're in the YouTube comments, tell us what you think would be better. Because I'm strongly leaning towards the baby for one day, get it over with.
No, I wouldn't.
And Jen is on the opposite side. So
because I feel like I could just leave the house.
Yeah, but you have to come back. Yeah, so you have to be
come
forced
back,
out of your house for a whole week. What if you're hungover and then the house gets like, yo, what are we doing for food tonight, bro? Can you like spot me for food tonight? Can you like cover me? And you're like, no, get the fuck out. I'm fucking puking over here, dude. Like, fuck off.
But it's fine because you have the unlimited delicious food.
The connection.
I wouldn't mind it. I genuinely, like, I can't think of someone where I'd be like, oh my god, just fucking leave.
You can't until you do. It's an unwanted house guest.
I'll let you know when that happens. Actually, no. My sister Beth, when she came back from California, she stayed on my floor for 3 months, and I was like, I want to kill you.
Yeah, but that
we also had some great times together.
Okay, but 3 months is one thing. 1 week is one thing. 3 months is different. Like 3 months is, I mean, not bad with anyone. Like
but a week is fine.
It's not though. If it's really genuinely unwanted, no.
I don't know.
I feel like this is short term versus long term thinking right here.
Yeah, maybe.
Mr. Hobson, Miss Hobson. Mr. Hobson.
Mr. Got massive balls. Thank you. Would you rather be able to breathe underwater or fly through the air?
I'm scared of heights. But if I could
fly... You don't have to fly high.
If I could fly, I wouldn't be scared of heights anymore.
You also don't have to fly high.
You would get used to it after a while, right?
You're just Superman, like, just
down flying, the road. Right?
Yeah.
I think flying.
Right? Yeah, I'd fly.
I think so, right? I mean, it's more useful.
Wait, what was the other option?
Underwater.
Underwater, right, of course. Dully.
You read it.
I know, but I was thinking so much about flying that I just completely forgot that it's like a would you rather.
It's like Aquaman versus Superman. I'm Superman, man.
Fuck yeah.
Fuck that.
But Aquaman is shit.
Sorry,
it's not crime that
Aquaman
goes underwater.
Sponsor? No.
No.
Cut. Okay. No. Okay.
What about Superman?
Superman? No. Also busy.
Also, shut up.
Right, yeah. Okay. Got you, dog. I got you, dog.
What about Spider-Man? Who's your favourite superhero?
Oh.
Mine's Spider-Man for sure. Such a cool character. And
I like, probably don't know him, but his name is Spawn. Basically, okay, I'm not going to go too in depth. Spawn is like, he's not from DC or Marvel. He's actually from like an independent comic,
sure.
like comic book producer.
Yeah.
And he is basically like, he's this guy who got like betrayed and killed. Oh. But then he made like a deal with like the devil or something to come back as like Spawn. And he was like the general of like Hell's armies and stuff like that. And basically he has all of his old memories and he's alive, but he looks like a monster. So he can't go back to his family and stuff. We're still like mourning his death.
Why do you want to be him?
I'm not saying I want to be him. You asked me who my favorite hero is. Like... I guess he's an anti-hero technically because he's like pretty fucked up. So he does some pretty bad shit. But I would say Spawn. I think Spawn's pretty cool.
But would you be him?
No, I wouldn't be him. Fuck no. If I could choose someone to be, assuming that there's no other super villains or whatever, or someone who could fuck me over to Superman, obviously, right? I feel like that's a safe choice.
Superman, he's shit.
What do you mean he's shit? He can fly. He can laser eyes. He's almost unkillable unless you have kryptonite.
It's a bit boring though, isn't it?
It's boring, I guess. But who would you want to be?
It's just like Spider-Man.
Why?
Because he's cool.
I'm just saying.
You got the webs.
Fucking Superman would kill Spider-Man in an instant. No problem.
Well, no.
Why not?
He's fast.
Yeah, he's fast. So is Superman. Superman is as fast as... No, he's not though.
He's younger. He's more nimble.
But does age matter when you could literally shatter an entire building by flicking it?
I could do that with my web.
That's a lot of effort. I could just burn your web with my laser eyes.
Don't be fucking rude. That's not fair.
I'm just saying, like, if I can fly, be basically indestructible, run at the speed of like light, or basically, I mean, Spider-Man's cool. Don't get me wrong, Spider-Man's cool, but he just.
It's sick.
It's sick.
Wrap up enemies.
I guess I'm talking shit here. I mean, I'm a Peter as well.
Yeah.
Peter Parker. Maybe I'm betraying.
Peter Parker. Maybe Peter you Parker. Are. You'd be. I'm gonna say you'd be Spider-Man. It's Peter.
Yeah, that was the joke.
No, I know, and I'm saying, I'm saying you'd be Spider-Man.
I guess so. I can't really think of any other superheroes who start with Peter.
Hey, Peter.
Oh, but there's Peter Pan.
He lives forever. You'd be Peter Pan.
Does he live forever?
Yeah, he lives forever. He don't die. Well, technically.
How do you know this? Have you asked
I'm
them?
a massive super fan.
Is it?
I watched the film a few times, and it's like he goes to Neverland.
He stays young.
Neverland.
He goes to the Netherlands.
No, Neverland.
Oh, Peter Pan. He's here.
Fuck off! No,
right there,
not the Netherlands.
No?
Then Neverland, like never.
Yeah, I know I know, but.
Well, shut up,
But you said Neverland.
Yeah, by accident. I do apologize. But
I accept your apology.
But he's technically like he when children die, they see him and he like holds their hand. It's like, yeah.
Is that what it's about?
Yeah. Like that's actually. Like the original like folklore of it.
Yo, like actually?
Deadass.
Yo, I thought it was just some kids having some trippy ass dream and Peter Pan.
No, they die. I think that. I think like the original story is that they die and then he's like there. So technically he's not alive. He's just like there to.
He's just like vibing in the afterlife and taking kids to their death. Well,
he holds their hand so they're not afraid.
That's kind of sad.
Yeah.
Well, that's a yikes. That's a major yikes right there. Damn, dog.
I like it. It's a great. Also, I lost my first tooth watching that film.
He took it.
Yeah, he took it from me, bastard.
He just yoinked it.
Peter, if you're out there,
if you're watching this or listening to this,
we don't want your sponsor.
If you're in the audience.
If
you're in the audience.
Would you rather spend a year as a cop or a teacher?
Cop. I think you'd have some fascinating experiences as a police officer.
It'd be scary though, wouldn't it?
It'd be fucking scary, but like, I feel like I would remember my time as a police officer more than I would as a teacher. Assuming I survive. It's a year, so I assume I survive.
Although it depends
like, where are you a police officer? Because I would not want to be a police officer somewhere like in I don't know, Brazil. Then I would not want to be a police officer.
Yeah, no. I mean, in general, I don't want to be a police officer.
Maybe a teacher is a safer option here. It's like, do you want to be risky or do you want to like...
You could teach them like really funny high school kids.
Yeah, but I fucking hate high school kids.
Why?
I cannot fucking stand them. Because they think they're so fucking cool.
That's true.
Yo, bro.
But also, like...
I fucking cannot stand them. It annoys
I had
me.
some really cool teachers in high school that like I still talk to every now and then. And I'd be a cool teacher.
Would you though? You think you'd be a cool teacher?
I don't think I get to decide that. I think kids get to decide.
That's the thing, right?
Cool.
One, kids get to decide it, but two, what if you're in a classroom full of like fucked up kids who are like assholes and they just bully you every day of your life?
My class once made a teacher cry.
Yeah, mine too. Exactly. But that's what I mean. Like you have to have a certain fucking backbone to be a teacher as well, right? You have to have a certain kind.
But it was like her first year teaching, like outside of uni.
Same.
And we were all just like very loud and unruly, and there was like 30 of us.
I don't know if it was his first year, but it was teaching ever. But it was his first year at this school, and he started crying.
Yeah,
he couldn't handle it.
She was like crying in front of the class, and we were like, "Damn, you okay, hun?" She was not okay. Yeah, very clearly not okay.
We were just not giving a fuck to what he was said. Like, I think you have to have a certain degree of authority, but also be like cool, right? I think that's a lot more difficult than it sounds. I think.
Yeah.
It really is actually.
I had a French
difficult
teacher.
To have the balance.
Yeah, I had a French teacher who I loved called Mrs. Sperling. If you're out there, sponsor.
Sponsorship, Mrs. Sperling.
Mr. Sperling.
Mr. Sperling.
Mm-hmm.
Sponsor? No.
Love you.
Next time? No. Okay. Yeah.
He told a story where once he threw a chair at a kid, Maybe it was a textbook or something like that, because he was just like an arsehole.
Did it make contact?
It like just missed his head.
Damn.
Yeah.
Shame. That would be much more interesting.
Right? No. But you'd also like lose his job.
It's also
forever.
like, Vinny wouldn't be Mr. Sperling, it'd just be Sperling.
Sperling. Unemployed Sperling.
Unemployed Sperling. Just Sperling. Yeah.
He was funny. Yeah, what a guy.
Oh, I love Mr. Sperling.
Me too.
My favorite guy. Should we do one more?
Yeah, let's do one more. Ooh, would you rather end hunger, like world hunger, or wars?
I'm recovering.
I'm recovering. Okay. Dokey.
I would say...
I'd end world hunger. War helps a lot, like, develop society.
I was gonna say world hunger, but not for the same reason.
Why?
War develops society, but war develops society.
I think we're very hungry. Like, we're talking a lot about food right now.
We are talking a lot about food. Like, I would end world hunger, I think. You are right. Yes, war absolutely does progress society, because when certain wars between the current leaders in the world do. But also, nowadays they wouldn't. Nowadays everyone would just die. Yeah. If Russia and America were to go to war together, we'd just be dead.
Oh my god, yeah, absolutely.
Just takes one dickhead to send a nuke and everyone sends a nuke, and we all die.
Yeah,
That's it, it's just over. Everyone just dies.
Goodbye.
Yeah, but like in the past, yes, you're right, because each country would try to increase in technology, and it would like lead to this huge like boost in technology across the world, basically. So it's true. Nowadays, I don't know about that, but I still think world hunger.
Yeah. Also, it's just a nice thing to do.
Yeah, just have some food vibes, bro.
Food vibes. I think I might go to McDonald's on the way home now.
Yeah.
I'm really thinking about it.
The McD is kicking.
Yes.
But you see, you're getting McD, you're not getting healthy food.
Well, because all the shops are shut.
If you had access to anything right now, would you have McD?
Yeah.
Out of every food in the world.
Well, maybe if you give me the option, then I'd have friggin' lobster or something.
Yeah, but that's healthier than McD. You're already making a lifestyle improvement just by doing that.
Yeah, but...
Damn, that's checkmate right there. That's checkmate right there, bro.
Damn it.
Got him. That's what you're like, yeah, but... It's true, bro. It is better than McD. You're...
Yeah, but I mean it more for, like, the fanciness.
I know. Like it's not whether you're choosing to be healthy per se, but McD then suddenly falls to the very bottom of all the other really good food out there. Which is substantially healthier.
Don't fall to the bottom.
No, but it does drop a little bit.
No, it does drop.
But not the bottom, bro.
No, not the bottom of the barrel.
Okay, I guess we should wrap up there.
Yes, let's do it.
Yeah, well, thank you for watching, or listening, or both, if you're on YouTube.
Yeah.
Ideally.
Thank you.
I mean, if you're on YouTube, I guess you're not just watching or just listening, because then you might as well be listening on Spotify, which you should also do anyways. If you watch on YouTube, might as well go to Spotify too while you're at it.
Are you okay?
I'm milking it, okay?
I'm milking it. Keep this on repeat forever.
When you go to sleep, just
on.
Might as well, right?
Listen to the sweet sound of us debating
McDonald's versus lobster. But yeah, we'll see you next time.
Yeah.
We'll see you next week.
Leave us some fun reviews.
Yes, on Apple Podcasts.
Some nice comments on YouTube, some thumbs up. It helps us out. Thanks.
Yeah. Until next time.
Bye.
Bye.